go to question number 13. We are moving very fast. You can see, state 4 limitations of national income statistics as a measure of a standard of living. 4 limitations of national income statistics as a measure of the standard of living. And data being used may not be accurate. Number 2, the national income figure does not reflect the distribution of income. Next, consumption pattern and lifestyles are not constant. Next, it may not show the proportion of income spent on productive or non-productive activities. Next, a high income could be at the expense of the citizens' welfare. Next, figures may not reflect depreciation and appreciation. Tax payment is voluntary. Outline 4 merits of indirect tax. Tax payment is voluntary. Number 2, not possible to evade. Number 3, convenient to taxpayers. Next, it is flexible. Next, can be used selectively. Next, more revenue can be raised. Next, it stimulates effort. Next, it promotes equality. We go to the question number 15. 64 difficulties faced in the satisfaction of human want. Difficulties faced. Number 1, too many are to be satisfied. Number 2, resources required are scarce. Next, some are complementary and attract other wants. Next, some are habitual, yet habits are hard to break. Next, are repetitive, that is recurrent, hence cannot be satisfied once and for all. Next, want to vary in urgency and intensity. Go to question number 16. Highlight 4 benefits to a business that uses email in communication. Benefit to a business that uses email. Number 1, relatively fast. Email is relatively fast. Number 2, confidentiality of information. Next, easy access to information. Next, used for future reference. Next, it is universal. Next, get instant feedback. Go to question number 17. Highlight 4 uses of business plan to businessman. 4 uses of business plan. Number 1, to foresee and avoid mistakes. Number B, to enable the business organization avoid goal blindness. Next, to identify strengths and devise ways of dealing with the weakness. Next, to allocate resources of the business appropriately. Next, it's a requirement by financials. Next, to use it as a monitoring tool. Next, to help determine required resources. Next, to be able to motivate employees. Let's go to the next one. To enable entrepreneur identify potential market. Then the last one, to adapt to future changes. Let's go to question number 18. You're told highlight 4 ways in which a firm may differentiate its product from those of its competitors. How can a firm differentiate their product or their services? Number 1, branding. Number 2, wrapping. Number 3, packaging. Number 4, coloring. Number 5, pricing. Number 6, shipping. Number 7, advertising. And then the last one, taste. Question number 19. Outline 4 qualities of a successful sales person. Outline 4 qualities of a successful salesperson. Number 1, office ethics, e.g. honest. Number 2, personal attributes, e.g. neatness. Number C, ability to listen. Next, able to assess, E, good knowledge of the product. Next, ability to communicate. Let's go to the next one. The following information relates to the business of Watamu Enterprises. Watamu Enterprises. Opening stock, that one. Closing stock, that one. Rate of stock turnover, 4 times. Mark up to 25%. From the above information, determine cost of goods sold. You can see that one. Next, you can see this is how it is calculated. Very simple calculations. You can calculate. And number Roman 2, you're told the gross profit. You can easily count that. That one is straightforward. Question number 21, you're told benefit of a business that uses its own. Number 1, the business maintains a continuous supply of goods. Number B, customers are retained as they are sure of getting the goods on demand. Number C, goods are safe from theft. Next, saving increase for not renting storage facilities. Next, goods can be processed in the warehouse. Next, goods can be tailored to meet one specification. Next, can be conveniently located. Next, more secure from damage. Next, space is guaranteed. Let's go to the next question. Question number 22. The table below shows the demand and supply of shoes in a certain region. Use it to answer the questions that follow. So price in Kenya shillings, then quantity demanded, then quantity supplied. You can see the quantity demanded, like for example the quantity, you can see the demand and the supply. So you are told to determine the total excess supply. Very simple. Determine the total excess demand. You can count out of that one. Determine the equilibrium price. You can count that one. Determine the equilibrium quantity. Very simple, straightforward. You can easily do that. Question number 23. Highlight 4 economic factors that affect the consumer buying abilities and preferences. So level of income and distribution. Number 2, level of prices and trends. Next, the structure and level of saving. Next, depth, pattern and repayment abilities. Next, credit availability. Next, changes in tax rates. Next, rate of inflation. Go to question number 24. We are told state 4 reasons that may make a farm locate close to source of raw materials. Why can some farm locate close to where they get the raw materials? Number 1, where it's cheaper to transport finished good than raw materials. Next, where the farm need to ease handling of bulky raw materials. Next, when dealing with the highly perishable raw materials to avoid spoilage. Next, if the government policy requires the farm to be located near source of raw materials. Next, when the farm wants to control an important raw material. Next, when the raw materials are fragile, when the raw materials are dangerous to carry over long distances. Next, when the farm need to easily handle heavy raw materials. Question number 25, we're almost through. Number 25, we are told to mention 4 services that wholesalers offer to retailers. Number 1, break bulk. B, provision of credit facilities. C, advertising goods. Next, provision of a variety of goods. Next, preparing goods for sale. Next, ensure a steady supply of goods. Next, storage, relieving storage, relieving the retailer storage cost. And next, advising services. Next, transporting goods, so they offer that. And with that, we are through with this video. We are through with this paper out of 100. This is business paper 1, business studies. We have done from question 1 to the last question, and we believe that you have benefited out of this one. And as we said, some of these questions you can see them in your exam, or they can bring it as you can see it here in your KCSE. We remind you to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. We also remind you to hit a like button to this video, so that it can be recommended to other students or lovers of business studies. As we say in this channel, we deal with revision of KCSE. We have papers on different subjects: biology, chemistry, mathematics, Kiswahili, English, and all other subjects. Whenever you come here, you can be sure that you are going to pass in your exams. And you can also recommend our channels to your friends, and you will benefit and you will make it and pass in your KCSE. Until next time.